Hi, my name is Ms Fenojo, sometimes pronounced Ms Fenojo. So for my account, as a general overview, I don't believe my colour has stopped me from reaching great things and things I'm proud of. In school, I was given opportunities that some students weren't given because the teachers I had recognised my potential and my hard work, which I'm really grateful for. University, they were very good at seeking me out for entrepreneurship opportunities. In the schools I've worked in, I've had 4 years teaching experience. They've been very professional, teaching me how to become a better teacher, and I've not felt like my skin colour or my ethnicity has held me back. Now, I have had specific situations of racist accounts. Sadly, the most recent ones I can remember were from children, and that's 2 accounts where they thought it was appropriate to use my ethnicity as a way to lash out in anger, maybe due to a disciplinary action they had in school or something like that. Now, thankfully, the institutes I worked in had policies that I could use and people I could talk to about these situations, and they were handled, and those children were corrected and they apologised. So if you ever do have discrimination, use the policies and the laws around you. Thankfully, most institutes will follow them. And the reason why I think it's important to share our positive experiences is if you don't hear positive situations, you might think there's no hope. And you mix that with anger, it might make you lash out in frustration in ways that maybe you wouldn't really want to. So please don't ever think that we cannot make change. We can make change. There is change out there. And another reason why it's important to share positive experiences is to show us that there are institutes, there are people who are doing things correctly, and we can learn from them and such things like that. But again, that's not to distract from other people's experiences, but it's to give a general overview and to share my experience. Yes, my parents. And I think that I'm really happy about the morals they've instilled in me, the ethics they instilled in me, because I think it's helped me embrace my uniqueness, and an encouragement to all parents out there, no matter your skin colour, no matter your ethnicity, teach your children how to be confident in who they are. Teach them that they are beyond specific factors. Don't teach them to ignore it, but just show them that those individual areas alone don't define them. Teach them the holistic view, speak positivity into their life, affirm them, correct them, discipline them in a good, healthy way, but build them up. Build them up. So I think it's been very good that the pastoral team and the leadership team have started creating atmospheres and resources for children to communicate about this topic. And I think what's good about this is that it's not just been about this topic. I think the school has tried to allow atmospheres for children to talk about different ranges of topics, and given that holistic view and that opportunity is important, and it's very good. And I think what's very important is that within the opportunity that has been given, that people respect people's different backgrounds. There's people of my colour who will have different experiences. There's people of different colours who will have the same experiences. There are people who will oppose or agree. But we can always look to have mature conversations where not only do we share our views, but we listen to other people's views so that we can improve our understanding and improve our methods of resolution. Is it right for us to focus on one area, one discrimination, and disregard or act like other areas are important or don't matter? No. But the majority of people who are fighting for the rights of ethnic minorities at this time are not doing that. Focusing on one area is not a bad thing. Someone put it this way, I like this analogy. They said that in recent months, what health issue have we been focusing on? The coronavirus. We've been spending a lot of time on it. We've been changing the way we work so that we can prevent it. We've been giving people additional resources to fight it. Now, does that mean that other viruses, other sicknesses, things like cancer do not matter? Their impact does not matter? Fighting them does not matter? No, that's not what that means. It just means that at this time, as a community, as a world, as a people, as the human race, we've recognized that this particular area in the health system is affecting a lot of lives, and we've realized that it needs special attention so that it can be resolved. That's similar to the moves that are being put on anti-blackness and just racism in general. We've recognized the great impact of a particular type of discrimination, and as a community we really want to try and tackle it. Of course, other problems and other people matter, but focusing on one area for a period of time is not wrong, all in good and right balance. Here are 7 things you can do as a young person to help fight against racism. Number 1, use policies. If you're ever discriminated against, report it. Most institutes will listen to you. If they don't, you can write to who they answer to, for example, the city council, and most of the time you will be listened to. Use this strategy instead of adopting other strategies which may not be as productive or helpful. Number 2, learn about positive history as well as negative history. All backgrounds and ethnicities will have positive and negative history. Positive history is one of the ways you can encourage yourself that you can be a change. For example, go and find out who invented the 3-light traffic system. It's something that millions of people use and are blessed with because it makes the roads safer. You could be someone who invents something that is helpful for years and years to come. Number 3, learn about politics. There's child-friendly social medias and websites out there. With the permission of your parents, you can go and search them out and you can start making political changes today. Number 4, remember the positive stories as well as the negatives. Hearing about the negative accounts has encouraged us to make change, which is great. But remembering positive interactions between people of different colours and backgrounds can encourage you to believe that there is hope. When you know there's hope, you believe that we can change. When you believe that we can change, you will adopt good, healthy strategies instead of resolving to just lashing out in anger, which that's not what we want to do. We want to make change. Number 5, don't become what you hate. We're talking about racial discrimination, but we're also talking about the misuse of privilege and power. Let's look at this at a small scale. In school, being popular is a privilege. Not everyone gets to be popular. How do you use your popularity? Do you use it to bring others down and to bully others? Or do you build others up? Now that might not be attached to race, but that thinking of putting others down because of your position is part of what we're trying to fight. So, be the change you want. Don't be what you hate. Number 6, communicate. If you're going through situations or you want to be part of the change or you want to learn more, try and communicate with people from different groups so that you have a better understanding. There's people who have my colour who will have a different experience, and there are people who are not my colour who will have the same experience. Some will agree with me, some will disagree with me. It's important for all of us to be humble and listen to each other so we have a better understanding and adopt better strategies to solve this problem. And number 7, try to be a change even if you don't create the problem. If you're not racist in the way that you act towards anyone, that's very good. But there's always something you can do to be the change. You can choose how far you go or what exactly you do to impact positively, but there's always something. And this does not just apply to this topic, does it? It applies to any kind of topic where people are mistreated. There's always something you can do. Like in school, we teach you that if you see someone being bullied because of a difference they have, because of something that happened in the subject, because of something that happened on social media, at least report it. That is a good way to start being a positive change. This is just 7 things you can do. There's many other strategies out there. Hopefully this is a good starting point for you. And on that note, have a lovely day. One of the changes I've noticed over time is the fact that more people are being educated about different cultures. That's very important. When you educate yourself about different cultures, you drop wrong misunderstandings about someone's difference, and it can help remove racial bias. For example, everyone has an accent. Some people who come from African countries have an accent which sometimes is looked down upon. Some people assume it doesn't mean that you're educated, but that's very wrong actually when you learn the history. In Yoruba, which is one of the languages from where I was born in Nigeria, you use tonation. That's the same in Mandarin. Tonation is when you use inflections in your voice from low to high or high to low to actually give meaning to a word. So you can have one word, give it different tonations, and the different tonations can give it different meanings. For example, my last name is Fenojo. That's the better way of saying it, and that's even shortened. So if you say it fully with tonation, if Fenojo, it actually has a meaning. It has a meaning that means love has no end. But Fenojo by itself, with that lack of tonation, has no meaning. In my original language, you have to do the tonation Fenojo to actually give it meaning. You can see why now knowing the reason can help you see them differently. Obviously not everyone has that thought, but being patient to educate people about your differences can actually help them see the good in it and help drop bias caused by misunderstanding. Obviously that's only part of the battle, but I found that it can make things easier.